You are such a wonderful, dear friend to all of us, and I am moved constantly by your generosity and thoughtfulness. Today, I wish you both much happiness together, and I'd like to bless you with this poem that so perfectly expresses the love I see you have for each other. I carry your heart with me, I carry it in, by E. E. Cummings. I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful, you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root and the bud of the bud and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
That's one of my favorite E. E. Cummings poems, Shanti. Okay, let's have a few words now from Shigen.
Today we will be celebrating the marriage of Jericho and Cricket, and it is right that this should be celebrated. It is, I suppose you could say, a vote for love and how it can change our lives. It is also a chance for our friends to show the happy couple how much they mean to us and express our good wishes for the future. It is a day filled with fun and laughter as a few odd moments of tears. It is a day when all those closest to them support the happy couple. I know that Jericho and Cricket are delighted that you are all here. I think this wedding deserves an out-of-the-box speech for an out-of-the-box couple and an out-of-the-box celebration for these people that I love very much. As Bella would say, what box? Let's talk about the judgment box. When Jericho came on the scene, he was a tattooed, badass-looking guy, and my brother radar went off. I was in protection mode for Cricket. But as Cricket knows well, I had the same prejudice towards her in the beginning. Hey, I'm cautious around people, new people. But she melted my heart and earned my respect and love. She truly is a sister to me, and I love her. When Jericho came around, over time, he also broke down my barriers. I like to talk about conviction often. Jericho has tons of it. You can buy a shoe hut or a dance hut or a sexy AO. You cannot buy integrity or compassion, conviction, all these rock-solid values Jericho has. The first test. Cricket thinks guys look amazing doing the rumba. And the girls like the feminine twirling dances. They like to twirl, and they want us all to do it. That means the guys, too. Jericho wasn't so crazy about dances that involved twirling. But he got into it, and it didn't look like it damaged his manly image. I was watching to see if his ego would protest. Because if you're going to hang with these girls, there's going to be some twirling involved. I really appreciated that Jericho wasn't just here for the girls. He's genuinely an all-inclusive guy. He reached out to me in friendship, and he's like a brother to me now. Cricket brought him into our family, but he made an incredible home for all of us. Look around at this place. Isn't it amazing? If we were going to make a perfect man for Cricket, we would not be able to make one as great as Jericho. They are perfect together. The thing that I love about being with them together, seeing them together, is seeing how they make the best versions of themselves shine. If you are privileged enough to be around them, as I am, you can kind of understand that how 1 + 1 equals way more than 2. At some point in this speech, I'm supposed to be profound, But here goes. Marriage should be like a rock band. Sometimes Jericho will be the lead singer, while Cricket is the backup singer. Sometimes Cricket will take the lead. Sometimes they're even like the audience in the mosh pit, bopping around, each other around. It's fun to see. Sometimes they get kicked off. I see them doing it. But if they get kicked off together. But always the rhythm section will be their hearts beating together in sync.
Thank you, Shigen. That was just perfect. So I've had the great pleasure of knowing both Cricket and Jericho for a long time. I see in both of them qualities which make for a lasting union founded in love. They are both very loyal and dedicated to one another. I see in them a desire to enter into each endeavor as a team, without pride or the need to be the spotlight, but instead with a focus on small touches and subtle acts that reveal their dedication and creativity. Having known Cricket the longest of the two of them, I can say that she's singularly gifted in supporting those she cares about, be they friends or colleagues. What makes Jericho such a perfect match is that he is the type of man who returns this kind of love without expectations or assumptions, but simply because he loves. Cricket and Jericho each deserve to have in each other someone who loves the way they do, without reservation or hindrance. Though we're gathered together right now for a public spectacle celebrating their love, I would not characterize their love as being about appealing to the public. Their love is very personal and not intended as an attention-grabbing headline or a dramatic scene. This is a kind of love which is profound and has very deep roots, which will continue to grow and strengthen with time. In fact, this is the kind of love that was written about by the great Chilean poet Pablo Neruda in this poem, which he called Sonnet Number 17. I do not love you as if you were salt rose or topaz, or the arrow of carnations the fire shoots off. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, in secret between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that never blooms, but carries in itself the light of hidden flowers. Thanks to your love, a certain solid fragrance, risen from the earth, lives darkly in my body. I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride. So I love you because I know no other way than this, where I does not exist, nor you, so close that your hand on my chest is my hand, so close that your eyes close as I fall asleep. My friends, our ceremony will continue now in text chat, so please keep your stream active and follow along in text. Thank you. My friends, shall we begin the ceremony now? And to Cricket and Jericho, I ask you this. Will you answer me right now these questions as your wedding vow?
Yes, I will answer right now your questions as my wedding vow.
Yes, I will answer right now your questions as my wedding vow.
Will you take her as your wife? Will you love her all your life?
Yes, I take her as my wife. Yes, I'll love her all my life.
Will you take him by the hand and make a husband of this man?
Yes, I will take him by the hand and make a husband of this man.
But will you have and also hold, just as you have at this time told?
Yes, I will have and I will hold, just as I have at this time told. And I will love her all my life, as I now take her as my wife.
But will you love through good and bad, whether you're happy or sad?
Yes, I will love through good and bad, and whether we're happy or sad. And I will take him by the hand and make a husband of this man.
Will you love her when you're fit, and also when you're feeling sick?
Yes, I'll love her when we're fit, and when we're hurt, and when we're sick. Oh, can't we get this finished quick? And I will have, and I will hold, 10 years from now, 1,000-fold. And I will love you my whole life, this lovely woman, as my wife.
Will you love him if you're rich, or if you're poor and in a ditch?
Yes, I will love him if we're rich, and I will love him in a ditch. I will love him through good and bad, and whether we're happy or sad. I will take him by the hand and make a husband of this man.
Will you love with all your heart? Will you love till death you part?
Yes, I'll love with all my heart, from now until death do us part. And when we're fit, and when we're sick, oh, can't we get this finished quick? And I will have, and I will hold. And if I might now be so bold, I'll love her my entire life. This woman I now take as my wife.
Then if you'll take her as your wife, and if you'll love each other all your life, and if you'll take him by the hand and make a husband of this man, and if you'll have and if you'll hold from now until the stars grow cold, and if you'll love through good and bad, and whether you're happy or sad, and love in sickness and in health, when you're poor or when you're in wealth, and if you'll love with all your heart, from now until death do you part. Yes, if you'll love each other through and through, please answer with these words.
I do.
I do.
Well, you're married now, so kiss the bride, but please do keep it dignified. Well, my friends, go on, you two, come on. Let's have a big cheer for the beautiful couple.
Woohoo!
No, you're kissing, shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, my many friends, our many friends. It was a wonderful pleasure to share this ceremony with you. Let's have one more cheer for the bride and groom, please. And please don't go anywhere. We have a wonderful, wonderful party taking place right after the ceremony, and it's about to start. Thank you so much for coming out to this wonderful, wonderful event and sharing it with Jericho and Cricket, who are now forever joined in holy or unholy matrimony, as it may be. We'll find out.